Hi guys. Okay, so this is the first class out of two, okay, that I will be leaving you. Well, actually, it's only one because you're going to make your diagnostic. You're supposed to have made your diagnostic test yesterday. So this is just like a really quick review of what we started with the comparative adjectives. Okay, I'm gonna make a quick review of the rules that we had seen, and then I'm going to finish off with the other rules, with the remaining rules, and then I'm going to work on some exercises so you can see how they work. And then I'm going to leave you some homework for Thursday and Friday, okay? Because I don't see you Thursday and Friday. So let's begin here. If you want this presentation, I can send this presentation to you. I can send it to your WhatsApp, okay, so that you can also have it. Okay, so the last class when we started working with comparative adjectives, I told you number one that comparative adjectives are used to describe two objects or people of places of the same. For example, well, like it says two objects, two schools, two chairs, two laptops, or people, two teachers, two students, two children, or places like two touristic places or I don't know, any or two parks, two amusement parks, whatever. Okay, two of a kind. Remember that I wrote this for you on the whiteboard. And I also told you that comparative adjectives have 5 rules. The first rule we saw was this one. Okay, it says adjectives with one syllable add ER. I also told you that syllables in English are separated completely different to Spanish, that there are 6 different rules for the division of the syllables in English. But do not worry about the rules and about the division of the rules. Okay, I'm going to start sharing my screen. Okay, do not worry about the rules and the division of the rules. Okay, that doesn't really matter. Okay, just try to focus on monosyllable words. Okay, and for all monosyllable words, we're just going to add to the adjective er, and of course we're going to add the word than. Why? Well, because if we don't put this than, there will be no comparison. The sentence and the comparison will be incorrect. Okay. So for example, we have here Bart is taller than Maggie. Now, I want you to look carefully at the sentence, okay? Bart is taller than Maggie. Why do I want you to look at the sentence carefully? Well, because as you can see, we are using the verb to be. And why are we using the verb to be? Well, because a sentence with the verb to be is usually followed by an adjective or a noun. In this case, our adjective is being modified, is being changed for a comparative. Okay, so it's practically the same thing. So we need a subject, we need a verb to be, we need our comparative adjective, and we need than and the object of comparison. Remember, we made a couple of examples in class, okay? So we have taller. Monosyllable adjectives go with this. Let me show you some more monosyllable adjectives, okay? So you can have an idea. Okay, monosyllable adjectives. See, here we have some, well, these apply to a different rule. So let me try to find other. All right, let's see right here. Okay, so here we have good examples. This one, for example, see, large is monosyllable. So my house is larger than hers. Another one is small, one syllable. So we have this box is smaller than the one I lost. Another one is fast, monosyllable word. Your dog runs faster than Jim's dog. Another one is high. So higher, the rock flew higher than the roof. Okay, so we have these examples of monosyllable adjectives changed into comparative form. Okay, so those are just some examples. Okay, and then let me go back to my presentation. So we said that for rule syllable number 1. Rule number 2, we talked about adjectives ending in Y. And I gave you the example of funny, pretty, and happy. Okay, what happened to the word funny? Let me write it again here so that you remember. Okay, we said that the word funny was going to change to funnier, right? Because what we did was we dropped the Y, we eliminated the Y, and then we added IER plus than. And then we also saw pretty, and we changed pretty for prettier. The same thing, we eliminated the Y and we added than. And we also did happy, and we changed it to happier, okay? And again, eliminated the Y and added ER. And of course, you know, we also made some sentences here. I don't remember the exact name, but maybe we said Alan is funnier than Julissa. Okay, so we have here the comparative funnier, and then we have our than and our object of comparison. In this case, it's Julissa. Okay, and so we have here more examples. If you like The Simpsons, if you know The Simpsons, we have the adjective lazy. And if we look at these two characters, well, Homer, this is Homer. Homer is lazier than Lisa. Okay, lazy, we eliminated the Y and we added IER. So this is rule number 2. We also saw this one in class. Rule number 3, I explained rule number 3 with the rule, it says one syllable adjectives ending with consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, we said that they have to follow a particular pattern. This is the pattern that they have to follow. Okay, so we said, for example, the word fat. Okay, we have consonant, vowel, consonant. Remember, people, that these consonant, vowel, consonants we're supposed to read them from here to here. Okay, we're supposed to read them from right to left. So and I gave you the example of the word thinner. Okay, thin. Okay, the word thin has a consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, consonant, vowel, consonant. But you see, it even has another consonant, but nope, it's not important. It's irrelevant. We have consonant, vowel, vowel I, and then the other consonant H. Okay, and so what we do here is we change thin to thinner. Remember, I talked to you about thinner. Okay, and so we saw more examples. We saw, besides the example thin, we saw the example big. We saw it changed to bigger. And we also mentioned that this happens because we have to double the consonant, because we have to be careful with the pronunciation of the word. Remember, if it had only one G, the pronunciation wouldn't be bigger, it would be bigger. Or here, if we didn't have double T, the pronunciation wouldn't be fatter, it would be fader. Okay, so it's important. And then right here we have an example. Homer is fatter than Marge. Okay, and so you can see, hold on, let me show you. Hold on, and so you can see here, Homer is fatter than Marge. Or we could say Marge is thinner than Homer, is the same. Okay, and so we did in class up to rule number 3. So I'm going to go ahead with rule number 4 and rule number 5, and then we're going to go into exercises and activities. Okay, so that you can further see how this works. Okay, so then we have, okay, comparative adjectives, rule number 4. Rule number 4 talks about adjectives that have more than one syllable. Okay, so if the adjective has 2 or more syllables, okay, the rule changes completely. What are we going to do? We're going to put the word more plus the adjective. Now the adjective stays the same. The adjective suffers no change at all. Okay, no change. And then we're going to put our word of comparison then, and then the object of comparison. So for example, we have here the word beautiful. Beautiful has 3 syllables. So for this, we're going to put Maggie, in this case, Maggie is more, this is the comparative right here, more beautiful than Mr. Burns. Okay, let me show you more examples. In this case, we have the adjective important. Important has 3 syllables too. So because it has 3 syllables, we're going to put the comparative more. Okay, and then we're going to put our adjective. Remember, the adjective here doesn't change. The adjective doesn't modify. This is what gives us the comparative. Okay, and we have another adjective, expensive. Okay, so because it has 3 syllables, we change it to more expensive. And if we were to make examples, we could say this class is more important than math class. I don't know. Of course, you're going to say no, but okay. All right, so this class is more important than math class. Or we can say these shoes are more expensive than those. Okay, so we are comparing these shoes to those shoes. And so we have more important and more expensive. And we're using our verb to be, plus we are using the comparative word then. Okay, so that's just it. That's just the example of the rule. Okay, let me erase and go back to the presentation. All right, and so hold on. Right here. We have okay, rule number 5. And rule number 5 says comparative adjectives with irregular adjectives to memorize. Okay, we have irregular adjectives to memorize. And so we have irregular adjectives are, some examples are this: good, bad, and far. And for example, good is monosyllable, but because it's irregular, we don't say gooder. Gooder doesn't exist. Okay, we change the word completely from good to better. Okay, that's why they're irregular. And we're going to, of course, use our comparative word then. And then we have the word bad. Bad has 1 syllable, but because bad is irregular, we don't say badder. We say worse. It changes completely, see, completely. And we use our comparative word then. And then we have the word, oh, I wasn't sharing, but okay. Good, better, bad, worse. And then we have the word far, okay? And far changes to farther than or further than. They're both the exact same thing, okay? So these are just some examples. Now, if we go to the internet, okay, we have more irregulars like good, better, bad, worse, little changes to less, and much to worse, and far to further. So see, they're practically the same. They're very few. They're the same. They are very few. They're like only 5 or 6 adjectives, irregular adjectives that change completely. Okay. So then this is like a little summary, okay, of all the rules. Remember, rule number 1, we add ER to words like tall, taller, small, smaller. If the word ends in Y, we drop the Y, like lazy, lazier, happy, happier. If the adjective has a pattern of consonant, vowel, consonant, you double the last consonant, like fatter or bigger. If our adjective has 2 or more syllables, we add more, like more beautiful or more dangerous. And the rule number 5, we have irregular form adjectives, which we have to memorize. They're only 5 or 6. Good changes to better and bad changes to worse. And very importantly, we shouldn't forget that all comparatives have to have the comparative word than. Okay, so practically that's like the rule. Those are the 5 rules for comparative adjectives. Okay, but now I'm going to show you a little practice. Okay, so let's see right here. This is very simple practice. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the forms. Okay, so we have here, it says write the correct forms. Okay, so this exercise is easy because we have the verb to be and we already have the word than in practically all of the exercise. Okay, so what we really have to do is just change the adjective. So cheap, cheap, monosyllable, cheaper. Cold, monosyllable, colder. Thin, consonant, vowel, consonant, thinner. Good, irregular, better. Fast, monosyllable, faster. Colorful, 3 syllables, more colorful. Big, consonant, vowel, consonant, bigger. High, 1 syllable, higher. Popular, 3 syllables, more popular. Long, monosyllable, longer. Pretty, ends in Y, prettier. Heavy, ends in Y, heavier, heavier. Okay, and so we can check and see blah, 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 if they're correct. Oh, something went wrong. Let's see what happened. Yeah, okay. Color, this is British English. Sorry. Colorful, it's British English. Yeah, now it's correct. Yeah, this is British English and I forgot to put the U, colorful. All right, but it's correct. All right, and then I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna get another exercise, okay? The same thing, okay? We have the verb to be's and we just have to change the adjective. Old, monosyllable, older. Difficult, more difficult. Near, nearer. Bad, irregular, worse. Dangerous, 3 syllables, more dangerous. Dogs are intelligent, 4 syllables, more intelligent. Fat has the pattern consonant, vowel consonant, fatter. Expensive, 3 syllables, more expensive. Delicious, delicious, 3 syllables, more delicious. Ugly changes to, has a Y, uglier. Clever, 2 syllables, more clever. And clever, yes. And good, irregular, changes to better. Okay. Let's go to the next one. Yep. Okay. Let's do one more, comparative adjectives. Let's see. Okay. This one says, the weather in Africa is blank than the weather in Europe. Do we have a verb here? From the list. Where's the list? Oh, here's the list. Okay. The weather in Africa is, and then we have to choose one from here. Young, tall, large, important, hot. Hotter could be. Better. It could be hotter or better. This one is difficult. Let's see, hotter. Because it's hot, consonant, vowel, consonant. Okay, it has to have that. Let's see if it's correct. I guess. This grammar topic is much maybe much more important, much more easier, much easier. I don't know, it's hard. Let's see, easier. This one is difficult. Yeah, it says it's correct. Okay. I'm blank at mathematics than science. I'm better. I'm thinking this one is better. I'm better. Yeah, it's correct. In most schools, a D is a blank grade than an A. A D is a is a bad, worse grade. I think it's worse. Yeah, correct. A camel is not as blank as a giraffe, is not as boring, as careful, crowded, delicious, as good, as happy, as heavy, as important, as large, as tall. Maybe let's try as tall. Oh, but this one, this we're going to see on Friday. The as, adjective as. Okay. She's 10 minutes blank than her twin sister. She's older, I think this would be, or younger. Yeah, younger. Younger. There, correct. And then, is it blank to be rich or to be popular? I think it would be, is it better? No, is it careful, crowded, delicious, expensive, good? Yeah, maybe better. Is it better? Yeah, that's not correct. Is it quicker, taller, younger? Is it more important? More important? Oops, I wrote it wrong. More important. It doesn't fit. So is it happier? No. Is it better? It said no. Is it more specific? Is it easier? Easier? I don't know. Nope. Okay. Not the correct or best answer. Okay, let's do another one because that one's hard. My father is a blank driver than my mother. Better? Worse? Is more careful? Oops. Oh, yeah, I got it. More, y acá. No lo había visto. Ush, more careful driver than my mother. Let's see this one. An elephant is blank than a mouse, but much lighter than a blue whale. It's bigger. Than a mouse. Is boring, crowded, delicious, expensive, good, happy, heavier. Heavier. Yeah. My sister is not as blank a runner as I am. Is not a good a runner. Is not a fast, not fast. Is not as quick, sorry. Quicker runner as I am. Okay. Notebook computers are usually blank, then desktop computers are bad word, careful, crowded, delicious, easy, expensive, more expensive. Notebook computers are usually more and then expensive. Yeah. The cafeteria is blank today, then it was more crowded. More crowded. English food is not as blank as Korean food. Is not as good. I don't know. No, it's not as delicious. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you can have an idea more or less on how these comparative sentences work, okay? So, people, let me show you what we're gonna do. Hold on. Okay, I'm going to show you with your book. Hopefully, yeah. I'm going to open my book here. Okay. Hold on, let's try to open. 6, 7, unit 11. It's taking a little too long. Oh, ahí va. Brinca, brinca, brinca. Ok, mientras brincas. Oh, abrir. Thank you. There. Okay, so here we are. This is our workbook. We're going to go to the workbook. Your first homework, people, is going to be on your workbook. Okay, and we're going to go to unit 11. All right, let's do like this. Okay, what did I do? Oh, it's unit 10. Okay, so right here, you're going to do page 81 from your workbook. Okay, we're talking about adjectives. Okay, remember we saw these in class, adjectives. And then we're going to go over here and you're going to make page 82, which is, oh, this is not you. Hold on. This is not your book. Hold on. Hold on. Where's my other book? Where's my other book? Hold on. Nope. Nope. Okay, I can't find your book. Okay, this is weird. Wait. This is your book. Okay, sorry. Okay, and so we are in unit 11, exercise 1. Okay, you're going to start here. Here's where your homework starts. Page 81. Okay, remember we talked a little bit about movies and songs. Okay, and what are my comparative adjectives? Okay, hold on. I can't seem to find your comparative adjectives. Here they are. Fine. Okay. So we have, again, sorry, page 49. Okay. We have the adjectives. And then page 50, we have the comparatives. Okay. So pages 49 and 50. Okay. And you can also do page 51. Okay. So pages 49, 50, and 51 are for homework. 49, 50, and 51 on your workbook. Okay. And 49, 50, and 51 on the workbook. And then you're going to do this part right here. Okay. Comparative adjectives. You're going to do this one. Okay. This is page 67. Page 67. Okay, and your biggest exercise is going to be this one. Okay, it says compare these products. How many sentences can you make? For example, you're going to compare this sentence with this sentence, okay? So for example, the adjective for this sentence is old and the adjective for this sentence is new, okay? That could be one example, okay? So you can say the blue car is older than the red car, and you can say the red car is newer than the blue car. Another thing that you can say is that this one is faster and this one is slower. So you can say the red car is faster than the blue car. And you can say the blue car is slower than the red car. So for example, for these two pictures, I already made 4 sentences. Okay. What you're going to do is exactly the same. You're going to do this on your notebook or on a Word document. Okay. Make 2 sentences for each pair. That means 2, 4, 6. 6 sentences total. 6 sentences total for this. Do this part and do the workbook pages 49 to 51. That homework is for Wednesday and Thursday. Okay. On Friday, when we meet next week on Zoom, I'm going to open Moodle and then I'm going to give you the chance to upload this homework during class, but it has to be fast during class. Okay. So do it. Make sure you do it. Okay. Wednesday and Thursday. Hopefully you have no questions. If you have questions, Wednesday morning, you can send me a message, okay, a WhatsApp, okay, if there were any questions. And I'll try to answer your questions via WhatsApp, okay? So people, that will be all for me for today. I hope you had a good diagnostic test. I hope the class was easy. I hope you do your homework. And most importantly, I hope to see you next Friday. Okay? So take care. Bye.